Hello and welcome to the Silver Lining, the weekly geekly talk show where we discuss any number of topics that may have come up during the week. I'm your host, Uncle Silver, aka Silver Greg, aka Greg, whatever you're comfortable calling me. And welcome to you, my co-host, the chat. Always a fantastic time having everybody here. I felt like, man, what are we gonna talk about this week? I don't feel like anything came up that was worth talking about. I don't know. I feel like we'll figure something out. Um, but hello everyone. I hope you had a decent week. It's Fox in the hunt with a tier 1 subscriber for 5 months, currently on a 1-month streak. Kakaroto is so damn good. Ho's not mad, just let that. I like just disappointed. And then Thursday happened. Well, we have other topics from this week to talk about, sort of. I mean, nothing's as polarizing. I mean, we're gonna get the polarizing topic right out of the way because God knows how long that's gonna last. I finished watching it direct, and I see what you mean by Byleth's choice of outfits. They are amazing and well thought out. But hey everyone, Fox, thank you so much for the subscription. Very great way to start the show. Press play to Jason, also in the hunt with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. There we go. Ho's not mad, just disappointed. Thank you so much. Great way to start the show, everybody. So who do we have? Aqua Sakura, Hero Hyrule, UAC 9000. Fox, John Poncho, press play to Jason, Mr. L, Green Soul, G1 Archie
to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
G1 Archie makes it sound like an Archie Transformer, because I always talk about when you talk about Transformers, the original Transformers, we call them G1 Generation 1 Transformers, which I'm assuming is what G1 Archie is for. But thank you so much for the invitation to the no, that was a follow. I'm sorry, that was a follow. Latimer, what's going on? Green Soul, if I don't think I said. Look, I'm on time this time. Green Soul, I'm almost on time myself. How about that? So yeah, this week was, I mean, but outside of the outside of the obvious news that we're going to talk about in a little bit. This week was okay. It wasn't too bad. I had my that's exactly why I picked this name. I had a dentist appointment yesterday, and I've got another one tomorrow, so I've got some work that's going to be done, which is good that it's on the weekend because I won't stream again until Monday, so to give my mouth time to recover. Take that however. Oh my God, take that however you want it. But yeah, it's been a pretty mellow week. Nothing too horrible. Pretty even keel. Went to the Goodwill store. I actually have the stuff here. Hold on. I went to the Goodwill store and they had a few things. I showed these off yesterday. The dentist, no thank you. You got to do it, though. You got to do it. That's the thing about the dentist is one of those things that obviously it hurts, but literally there's pain sometimes, but it's a lot worse when you don't go. I had a toothache sometime last year, I think it was early last year. It was like I've had toothaches before. I had my wisdom teeth, my lower wisdom teeth are like they were in bad shape. And I've had toothaches before. This toothache that I had once, it was up here, it was up on the side, was like nothing I'd ever had before. It was completely exposed. Like the nerve, I guess it chipped or something, and the nerve was exposed. I never had tooth pain. Like I had trouble sleeping the first night that it happened. I was like, I had the worst time getting some sleep. And then my oral care is terrible. I'm getting better with it now. I'm trying to fix everything. Realistically, it is some extractions that I have to do in order to fix everything because there's just a lot of mess in there. But yeah, oh my God, it was like nothing I ever had before. Oh, if we were to go over my dentist, yeah, it's, you know what, Ryan. I say whenever I go to the dentist, like I went yesterday for a cleaning, and then I wanted to schedule the next extractions, the next work that I needed, and the dental hygienist, she comes in and she's gonna do the cleaning and the scraping and all, and she's like, "Hey, so what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a mess in there." Um, chat is in 30-second slow mode. Oh, Ryan, I like to have it in slow mode for especially the silver lining, especially for polarizing topics, because people are gonna want to type super fast. And I don't know how many people are gonna show up. I know Johnny just started streaming, so I know there's gonna be a lot of people there. But I like to keep it on 30 seconds just because topics like this, they're gonna type fast. I'm doing this and I'm not actually making a snapping noise. But yeah, so I went to the dentist and I got to go again tomorrow, so that'll be fine. I got a Wii Mote, a Wii control. It's the Wii Plus one too. It's the good one. So it's the Wii Plus controller with the nunchuck for $3, which is not bad. I try and keep extra ones of these on hand. I think I've got like 6 of them. I've also got the Mario and Luigi ones, but then I've got those two. I have that one, and then I have like the 2 original ones that I had. I was at the dentist today. See, you gotta take care of your chompers. Also for $3, a Game Boy Advance. I was actually pretty happy for this. I have batteries, but I haven't tested it out yet. But I mean, assuming it works, $3 is for a Game Boy Advance is pretty freaking awesome. What I'm most happy about is I have for a while wanted to do the Game Boy modification where you buy the screen and you open it up and you change out the screen so it's the backlit screen. I've always been super nervous about doing it though, because my Game Boy Advance is the pink one. When I originally got Game Boy Advance, I got the purple one because they were sold out of the pink one. The pink one was actually the one that I wanted when it first came out, but they were hard to get. So I got the regular purple one. Then later, I had that for a while. I think I had a chance to get one of these and I missed it. I got the pink one last year or the year before at Too Many Games, so I was really happy for that. But I didn't want to modify it and then I break it, So I was like, okay, I want to get one to do the modification and give it a shot. So I think I'm gonna try and modify this one at some point. If I do it and it works fine, I'll order another modification kit and then sell this one to make the money back off of that. Because this was $3. The modification kit I think is like 50, and then so I'll sell this one for $50. You know what I mean? If it works fine, and then I'll use that to get another modification kit, so then I can actually modify the Game Boy that I like. I tried doing the Consoleizer mod. You know what, Sentinel? That's actually a good idea too. I had the clear color one. Yes, I like this one, but for anybody that has never played the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance is fantastic. This particular version, I mean, not the games themselves, but this particular version is an amazing system. I have big hands, so it's nice to have off to the sides. You know what I mean? Like it controls incredibly well, but the screen was dark. This whole thing is like a DC movie. I never liked carbonated drinks, so my teeth have done pretty well. Only 2 fillings when I was young, and wisdom teeth have been coming through stable. Okay. I remember there being a screenlit mod called Afterburner. What about the SP? The SP 101s, the AG 101s, I think it is, are the best way to play Game Boy Advance games because the screen is very bright and all. The problem is that if you have big hands like I do, it is kind of cramped to have your hands like that. So this modified to the lighter screen is perfect. You know what they say about guys with big hands? They have trouble playing Game Boy Advance SP. Meanwhile, you have the SP mode in light, but not big hand. Yeah, exactly. Shadow, just going over stuff for the week and just ramblings. You know how we are. We always start the show with a few ramblings. But yeah, hopefully everybody had a good week. I heard about your corroded batteries. Oh my god, yeah, they were so gross. I brought back to the time where I lost Game Boy Color for a few weeks. Found it on the couch. The batteries completely leaked. Yeah, I need to clean out it was the controller. Oh my god, here, I'll show you. You want to be disgusted? Let's all be disgusted together. Hold on. Oh my god, it's so gross. It's so gross. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Hold on. All right. Oh, it's so it's so nasty. Oh, you nasty. Oh, it's so gross. So I mean, it's easy to clean. You know, this stuff. Throw that away now. They're easy to clean. I've had controllers like that before. How many years was that? Oh, I have no idea. It was at the Goodwill store. But I've had worse. I've seen worse than that. And you clean them out. I just don't want it to touch my hands. But you clean them out and they work fine. The connections all work okay. Yeah, you'd be surprised. But it came with a nunchuck, which is always nice. Yeah, better than having G1. I'm gonna call you G1 because that's I like that. I used to work at a video game store, and yeah, there's nothing worse than PlayStation 1s with cockroaches in them, and I can't even keep talking about that. When both John and Greg are live streaming, so you got to bust out the laptop and phone for both streams. I felt dirty just looking at that. Did you hear about the Hyperkin GB player for the TV coming out? I remember hearing something about that. I don't know. Hyperkin's always coming out with stuff that I to the point where I always forget. They're I never had that money. Thankfully it's easy to clean the gunk out. The only issue, that's my only problem is trying not to touch it. But that stuff, it's easy to clean because it's dry. That's the thing. When it comes to that sort of battery stuff, it's dry. It's like a powder, so it just comes out. Cockroaches, I'd have thrown a customer out. We didn't throw a customer out, but we've had systems that were like, no, I can't take this. I won't even touch it. I am Cloud. Thank you so much for the invitation to the host club. Were the cockroaches inside the PS1 playing PS1? No, they were playing Game Boy. Come on. Come on. It was portable. All right. So let's get into this topic. Before we do, hold on. Before we do, I have to decorate the background specifically for this topic. All right. All right. So the Smash Brothers, I can't really call it a Smash Direct. Smash reveal. The reveal for the new character was yesterday, and it was a lot of people were expecting a lot of things. At the very least, we were expecting something exciting. We were expecting something to shake things up because, quite frankly, we were justified in thinking that because of the last few. This was the fifth character in a fighter pass containing 5 characters, and the first 4 have been interesting. For one reason or another, they have been interesting. So we were expecting something dramatic. Well, we got something dramatic, but it was not the good dramatic. So we're going to talk about that, but I have a special guest today. We have somebody on the line that is going to help talk about this because this needs to be talked about. All right. So let's see. Are you there? Caller, are you there?
Why, yes, I am.
Caller is there. For the love of God, please, everybody, tell me that audio is not doubling up because I don't want to have to sit here and figure out this audio issue. Jeffersonia, what's going on? Arlo would say, Kings of Left Field. Arlo's video, by the way, for anybody that has not watched Arlo's video, Arlo did like a 2-minute thing where he was trying to watch it, but it was like quiet in his house, so he couldn't talk. Him laughing was hilarious.
Him trying to stifle it.
Yeah.
Good,
Oh my God, he was trying to stifle his laughter because he couldn't make a lot of noise, and it was so funny. Like once it started, he's cracking up. He's like, "It's another Fire Emblem." It was so funny. But so Ryan, welcome, of course.
Yep.
What did you think when? Okay, who were you expecting? Let's get that out of the way. Who were you expecting?
I think like 99% of the population, based on the rest of the Players Pass, I was assuming a third-party character, which I think based on what had been happening before was, I don't want to say safe to assume, but reasonable to assume.
Okay. Who are you? Was there anybody in particular that you were expecting?
I wasn't expecting anyone. Obviously, I have my own list of characters I want.
Yeah.
But, there's no, like, I can't look at Joker, Hero, Banjo, and Terry and say, oh, there's definitely a pattern here, so next one's definitely going to be this.
Yeah. See, my pattern was, I had a pattern sort of in mind. Banjo is the only one that throws my pattern off. But even that, even he's part of the pattern a little bit. My pattern was that a lot of these characters shook things up. Whether their playstyle was different or whether the implications of them being in a Nintendo game shook things up. When we saw Joker, oh my God, Joker, I mean, it's Atlas, but for the most part, that Persona is a Sony game. That's a PS4 exclusive, I believe.
PS3, PS4, yeah.
PS3, PS4. So it shook things up to say, oh my God, a Sony character effectively is in the game.
It's one of those. It's not really a Sony character. It's like saying Cloud's a Sony character when he's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. Like it's technically Atlas is technically a third party character, but it's sort of it sort of does shake things up. And then his gameplay shakes things up. I think with the two, with the what's it called? His Persona Asinine. Like he brings out the Persona. It's a unique feeling play style when you play with him. Then you had Hero, who of course is,
RNG.
Yeah, he's all RNG. But I mean, you talk about a weird play style, with a fighting game. You never have I played a fighting game where I had to manage my menus, which is very different, And then considering what is he had, like 4 menus with 4 moves apiece.
His menus are down B only, but there's like 16 moves it could potentially be.
So you got a character effectively with 16 moves on top of his regular move set, which is unprecedented in pretty much any fighting game. Yeah. Banjo is probably the most basic of the Fighter Pass characters in that he didn't bring anything super duper unique.
He had the Wonder Wing, which gave him an item management system with an invincible move for it.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. It was definitely. I tell you what, I hate that damn move. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And then of course Terry, who plays unlike most of the other characters to me anyway. But then with Terry brought the stage with him. He brought the stage. To me, that's my biggest thing with Terry. You've got the cancels and stuff, which is when I heard Sakurai say the word cancels, I don't know. I got a little quarter chub.
Listen here, noobs.
So I heard him say that, and I was all excited. But then his stage that he brought with him is walled off, and that if anybody has not played that stage, it changes the game in a way. It fundamentally it feels like a different game when you play with that stage. So my pattern is, okay, we have characters that are going to feel like they're changing up the gameplay somewhat in some way. They feel like a shakeup almost. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was expecting. As far as which character it was, I was kind of on the idea of possibly Sora. I know that everybody says that ain't going to happen, but I was kind of on that fence. I mean, like you said, there's characters that I want that I don't know if I'll expect them or not. I definitely want Master Chief. And I feel like Master Chief, the idea of Master Chief in the game is in itself a shakeup, because now you've got a Microsoft character who is
like an actual Microsoft character.
Straight, he's the Microsoft character.
Yeah, like even though Banjo's owned by Microsoft, no one associates Banjo with Microsoft.
Yeah. So that's a legit shakeup to put that character in there. So then the reveal started. And
Sakurai starts talking about, it's so secret and no one knows what it is, and most people at Nintendo don't know, and we're not even getting the marketing people involved until
you're going to be
this.
surprised, and people are thinking, oh, really? And we're thinking that in a good way. And it was not in a good way. So he goes through all of that. The reveal starts, the video starts, and immediately it's Fire Emblem artwork. It's the Fire Emblem anime style. Me personally, I thought, okay, they're throwing you off.
That's what John and I were thinking too. It's like this has to be a shakeup. Like it's showing Fire Emblem, it's showing Byleth, and then something's going to come out of nowhere and push him out of the way.
Yeah, a portal's going to open and Master Chief is going to come out, and you're going to think, holy crap. So it starts up, and then Sakurai had said you're going to realize who it is really quickly. So I'm like, okay, I feel like this is throwing us off. So then the darkness starts to appear. Immediately I thought, oh my god, it's Sora, because the darkness is appearing, and the character's not going to know how to fight the darkness.
Kingdom Hearts doesn't have a monopoly on darkness.
I know, but remember, I did not play Three Houses, so I don't know if darkness is related to the story.
Okay, everything until Sothis holds up the envelope and stuff, that's literally just the in-game cutscene.
Okay. So yes, I wasn't familiar with that. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh my god, darkness has shown up, and Sora's gonna jump out of nowhere, and that's gonna be the most amazing reveal ever up to this point. And I'm watching it, and Sora's not showing up, and then Sora's not showing up some more, and then she says, "You should join Smash," and I went, ugh.
I think that was most people's reactions. I was looking up. I normally, I like watching Smash reaction videos just because usually they're very hype.
Yeah, and
watching them on YouTube, it's like everyone just got really deflated really quickly.
I want to go and watch some of them just because I know that it's going to be all groans. Normally, like you said, you watch them for the excitement. I kind of want to see them all like, oh boy. So the starts going, and then I'm thinking maybe it's a fake out. Then when he came back, like he goes and he fights and he comes back, and she's like, "Oh, too many sword users." I thought that was the fake out.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a fake out. It's like, okay, we're adding Byleth, and everyone expects, Fire Emblem, and it's the most popular game and all that. So we're adding Byleth. But surprise, here's number 6 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't even think they were going to add Byleth. I thought that was the joke. And then Byleth was going to come back, and they were going to say, too many sword users. And then something else was going to appear, and then that was going to be the character.
I think they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of doing the invitation and giving him stuff and showing the model and all that. Because remember, they show him in gameplay before he starts stumbling back to Sothis, so they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of making them also. I think at that point I was like, okay, Byleth is in the game, but he may be a freebie or something because they feel obligated to add, the newest Fire Emblem character for whatever reason.
Well,
here's number 6 or the real number 5 or something.
Well, I was thinking that the character model could have just been a trophy. That's why if there would have been no
trophies in this game though.
Not trophies. Assist trophies. But that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that maybe they had a character model made for that. They were going to add it in that way. So I thought maybe they could. I mean, let's be honest, they could have just done it. They could have made that whole character model clip just for the hell of it.
I mean, maybe, but I was thinking they wouldn't have gone that far for it. I think so.
It's my
thought process was Byleth's in the game, but he's like a freebie or he's number 5, but here's when he stumbles back here's actually number 6 or something.
So then Byleth comes back, and then they say, "Oh well, I'll help you out," and then you see the 3 lights come down, and it was the 3 weapons. But then I was thinking, "Oh my God, that's Donald, Sora. That's Sora, Donald, and Goofy." It was. You know what? At this point, I didn't actually think it. I just wanted it to be true because
You're trying to will it into existence.
Yeah, I'm trying to will it to happen. And then when I saw that it was the 3 weapons, I'm like, okay, so this is happening. So this is really happening. Immediately, I tuned out. I was still watching it, but mentally, I did not care. I was so uninterested in what was happening. Yes, I saw the battle system, which is basic. I'm sorry, it was a basic battle system. Because I saw a lot of people online saying, I apologize to the chat, by the way. I normally am, chat's always my normal co-host, but I've seen a lot of people online saying, oh, well, it's not, they have a sword, but they have these other weapons too. But the other weapons are just there to enact moves.
Yeah, there's no inherent gameplay change. He functionally plays like everyone else.
You don't pick Byleth with the bow or Byleth with the spear. You pick Byleth, and then when you do forward B, it's the spear. Something or forward A, I think it was. That's what it is. When you pick Link, nobody would deny that Link is a sword user. But depending on which Link you play, neutral B is a bow and arrow. Forward B is the boomerang. Like, you don't say, oh, look at all the weapons he has. No, it's a sword user that uses different weapons for different moves. That's all it is. So yes, this is another sword user.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I can appreciate that they gave him a lance and an axe and a bow, and he's going to play differently from everyone else. Not insinuating that he's another Marth clone or something, but
I think it was. That's the problem. I don't think that we're going to get this innovative gameplay with this character.
He's not an innovative character. I'm saying I can at least appreciate that it's not just a sword. They do at least even just tokenly give him some other options.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know. It's just not, when you look at Hero and the menu management and all of the moves. When you look at Joker and the 2 sort of play styles. When you look at Terry and his fighting game mechanics. When you look at all of that stuff, it's so unique from everybody else. And this, even with those weapons, it doesn't feel unique. It feels like, okay, these are just the movesets on another sword-using character. Yeah. So it's and so the whole Fire Emblem gag. I have a running gag here where I always talk about. I call them Fire Emblems. Whenever I see a character with a sword, no matter what it's from, I always say, like when Cloud was at it. Excuse me. When Cloud was at it, oh my God, another Fire Emblem. When Hero was at it, I'm like, oh, here it goes, another Fire Emblem. Like, that's always the running gag.
Well, the joke in the Smash community is, the anime sword fighter.
Yeah, and now we got another Fire Emblem. And I have nothing against Fire Emblem. And I think this is something that resonates with a lot of people. I have nothing against Fire Emblem. I have nothing against this Fire Emblem character in particular or anything like that. I have a problem with the placement of this character in the Fighter Pass.
That too. I mean, speaking as someone who has played Three Houses and loves it to death, it's a fantastic game. I'm a fan of Fire Emblem. We don't need any more Fire Emblem characters. We did not need Byleth to be here. As I've said elsewhere, Byleth is not the worst choice they could have possibly added for Smash, not by a long shot. He is the most boring choice they could have done, though.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're gonna put a Fire Emblem character in, you better put Donald in the game with the pot on his head. Come on, we love Donald. He's from Awakening.
Awakening, yeah.
But yeah, I have no problem inherently with the character being in here. My issue is that this is the 5th character in a Fighter Pass featuring 5 characters, the last 4 of which have all been extremely interesting and exciting choices. And you put a character that has already had multiple representations and in a way that doesn't feel unique or interesting to me. To me anyway, it does not feel interesting at all to use that character.
As someone who plays a bit more competitively, it's a little more interesting to engage in that a little bit. But like as you said, compared to the 4 in front of him, he's the most basic
Yeah.
Smash playing
know-
character. Yeah, he has like invincibility frames on his down B, but other characters have invincibility frames.
Watch a Pokemon
There's-
Gen 4, Gen 8 rep get announced. Oh.
That is my biggest fear for the second patch. We do not need any more Pokemon either.
So Mr. L in the chat says we can now do 8-player Smash with all Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, we can.
Wow! Oh my God, you really can. How about that? That's, you know what? Actually, the alternate colors for they were like characters that were represented through the colors. It's just Byleth character model with different colors, right?
Yes,
For the all colors.
Thankfully, yes. Ultimately, though, they look very similar to the actual characters they're based off of.
Okay.
Just based on how the characters look. Like Dimitri's color scheme for Byleth looks very close to how he actually does.
Okay. So
Edelgard looks reasonably close.
But the head and everything are
but-
not different, or is it just the
The
clothes coloring, or is it like the model for the clothes are different?
It's all the same. It's obviously just different colors, but just aesthetically, they're very similar to the characters they're based off of. Edelgard's close. The only one who's not very close is Claude,
Okay.
who's
Yeah,
the yellow one. So
Yeah, I just, it's just the placement is kind of annoying, kind of irritating. I honestly think
Byleth would work best as number 2 for pass. Too.
Yeah, if you took Byleth and you moved her to the second fighter pass, the first fighter, that would have made a lot more sense. And then you save this slot. You have this slot for someone actually interesting, you know, because if you like the character, that's fine, but you cannot argue that it's not an interesting choice.
No, like I said, it's one of the most boring choices they could have made.
I know people want Waluigi and Gino, but I don't need any more Mario characters either.
We do not need any more Mario, Pokemon, or Fire Emblem
Mario has
characters.
the most reps in Smash compared to any other series.
At least Mario's their number 1 franchise.
Oh,
it's like I know people have been complaining online. It's like, oh, you complain about Fire Emblem, but no one complains about Pokemon or Mario. It's like Mario's their number 1 franchise, and Pokemon is the biggest media franchise on the planet.
Yeah.
They kind of earned that.
Well, but by that logic, Fire Emblem is earning that too, sort of slowly but surely. But it is getting there. My issue
it doesn't
is that,
deserve to be the 3rd place.
Yeah, my
Reps
problem.
in Smash Brothers, though.
My problem with the other choices is that they play somewhat differently. You know, when you pick Mario and Luigi, yeah, they kind of play the same. What I'm always annoyed about is that there's a Mario and a Dr. Mario. But when you play Mario and Luigi, they're kind of similar. When you play Peach, it feels way different. When you play Bowser, it feels way different. When you pick Pikachu versus what's the frog? Greninja. When you pick those characters, they feel different. A lot of the Fire Emblem characters, they sort of feel samey.
Oh no, half of the 8 Fire Emblem characters, 4 of them are based on Marth.
Yeah,
or based on Marth.
They feel super samey. Chrom feels different to me. Roy
only because he still likes Suppy.
Yeah, well, Chrom plays like a heavy to me. When I played the few times I played with Chrom, he played like a heavy character. With the heavy hitting. You know how Ganondorf kind of feels, where like, everything feels slow and clunky but powerful. I feel that way with Chrom. So I feel that's different enough to change a little bit about how the character feels. So you talk about 8 different characters, but they all feel super samey. You can talk about multiple Mario characters, but a lot of them feel very different from each other. So that people have to be reminded that that there are tons of different Pokemon characters, because when you play them, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's just the trainer picking a character. Like, it feels like different characters.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my thought on that. As far as it just.
No, I agree.
I don't know. It was just disappointing. Ho's not mad, just disappointed.
I think part of it is that we already got a DLC Fire Emblem character last game in Corrin, who is arguably an even worse choice than Byleth is now.
Yeah.
If Corrin just wasn't in at all because they were never a DLC to begin with, I think this would have gone over way better.
Hey, let me grab a few comments here.
Sure.
And if I have to see one more Fire Emblem fan tweet Hose Mad or post artwork of Sothis drinking the tears of everyone disappointed with the reveal, I'm gonna start blocking. I want oh, I got that one already. Here's my thing. Most people that don't want Pokemon or FE already made up their minds. You can literally make Lugia a character and make it like no one has ever done before, and people won't like it. Oh, and Mendez says highlighted message.
Okay,
then. I don't know. I don't think that people had made up their minds on individual characters. I know that people have made up their minds on which characters they want, but I don't think. I think if Sora was announced, for instance, I don't think the people who wanted Dante were going to be that upset. I think they were going to say, okay, well, someone had to get in. You know, they got theirs. Maybe Dante will come later. That's no problem. I think the issue is just that it was a relatively boring pick that should not have come right now. It doesn't feel like it should have come right now. So that's really, I think, the main problem. Yes, there are people who are upset that it's another Fire Emblem character specifically, but like you said, like we said with the Nintendo reps, with the Pokemon reps, it is becoming a large franchise. It has always been a large franchise, but it's becoming larger over here now. It's getting more recognition. It makes sense.
Yeah,
that they want to represent it.
Three Houses is arguably the best Fire Emblem game ever made.
Yeah, and I think
it deserves having a character in there. It was just the absolute wrong time to do it.
Yeah, I think that's all it is. All right, so we also got other stuff in there. We believe it or not, they actually talked about other things.
Yeah,
they talked about
just to slightly finish off on Violet. I do like the stage and I do like the music tracks.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I gotta play a video clip here. I gotta play Gonzalez. I may have to disable that when I have a guest on the show.
It's all good.
I have to.
It's got to.
I'm learning the words. I have to learn it all. It's just I can't hear it.
Just listen to it like 100 times in a row and it'll get stuck in your head.
I can't hear it, so I can't sing to it, and then I sing off, and it just sounds terrible. Fuck's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we got some other announcements. Oh, they showed the stage. Hold on, they showed the stage, by the way. I wanted to get into that too. The Fire Emblem stage, which is like it moves and it transforms and it goes to this place and that place. It's a basic stage. Ignoring the background,
it looks like a fun enough stage.
Yeah, ignoring the background, it's a flat stage. That's all it is. Everything in the background happening doesn't affect the gameplay of the stage whatsoever. It's not like Terry where you get walled off stages. Sorry, I love that stage, but it's not like that. It's just a flat stage with fluff. I want to make sure that I threw that in there.
I mean, it's completely tournament illegal. So
yeah. Now we got some other announcements which were okay. We got a few costumes.
Shall we go over the Mii costumes first?
Yeah. Let's. Okay, so the Mii costumes that we got
You got deconfirmed this time.
Yeah, basically, yeah. We got Altair. Is that how you say his name?
Altair from Assassin's Creed.
Which
for some reason in America they use just Altair.
Yeah,
but in Japan and Europe they had the Assassin's Creed logo.
It said yeah. So if anybody's familiar, it always says like Smash Brothers times whatever the franchise is, and it said Smash Brothers times Altair, where everybody else it said Smash Brothers times Assassin's Creed. My guess is when they went to type it in, it would not let them type ass, and Automod shut them down. That's my guess. I don't know.
I think it may have to do with the copyright thing. Would be my guess.
Probably, yeah. They maybe got rights for the character, but not for the franchise, so they're not actually allowed to say it. We got two Mega. Okay, so help me out here. We got Mega Man EXE version, whatever, Battle Network version. And then we got
Mega Man X and Mega Man.exe.
Wasn't X already in it, or was he in Smash 4?
I think that was Smash 4. Yeah, it had to have been Smash 4.
I could have sworn we had it. I'm like, I guess that was Smash 4.
I just find it weird how every Mii costume pack there's another Mega Man thing.
Yeah, they're saying X was in 4.
because that's like one of the weird things. It's like, oh, every time they announce new Mii costumes, it's always suddenly there's another Mega Man costume. It's like, can't you just do them all at once?
Yeah, have just one pack. Like introduce a new Mega Man character and then have a pack of just all costumes. What's the what's the guy from was it X4? The one that ended up being a evil?
Oh, Double.
Yeah, release a Double costume, you cowards. So yeah, so we
have an Iris costume.
Yeah, so we got those two. Then they threw in one for you. You personally, I know that you were very happy to see that a Rabbids costume
actually
was thrown.
I am. You want to know why?
Because it deconfirms the Rabbids as a character.
Yes. it's how I feel about Sans.
Yeah.
I don't mind them being Mii costumes if it means they can't be playable.
Yeah, there we go. So I once I saw that, I was like, oh, Ryan's probably really happy to have seen this. And then we got arguably the one of the two announcements that everybody really liked from the reveal, which was Cuphead. I'm bittersweet on the Cuphead. I love that Cuphead is quote unquote in it.
He was never going to be a playable character.
Yeah, that was my problem. Is that I would have liked to see it as a playable character.
I think we all knew that was never going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely one of those things where I would have liked to have seen it, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. So I'm glad. And it's kind of like Sans. I kind of felt that way about Sans, where I think it would have been cool. Oh, Phil's Avel. In the hunt with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for that. Very much appreciate that. And welcome to the conversation. So yeah, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it would have been nice to see. But it's nice to have Cuphead in it. I like that they're adding a song from Cuphead.
Yeah, I love this idea of adding one like premium Mii costume per pack.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I'm a little bummed out for the song that it is. It's not my favorite song. I've only heard a handful of songs from the game since I haven't actually played the game myself. But the song that I wanted was Railroad Wrath. And what was it? Cagney Carnation? It was
Cagney Carnation, because I think that's like the first level everyone clearly plays.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody's seen with I believe that's the one with the big flower and the 3 platforms, and that other game, Enchanted Portals or something, stole from.
Yeah.
We talked about that a couple episodes ago.
Someone brought it up that I want to repeat here that I thought was a great idea. If you choose that music track, it needs to start with, instead of doing the 3, 2, 1, go countdown, it needs to start with "It's a wonderful day for a battle." Begin.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be great. And you know what? And the winning screen should have the progress bar. You know, when you beat.
Well, I don't think they would do that for a music track, but I think it'd be
no. Well, yeah, because the character's not the actual character, so. Yeah. I was thinking about when the character wins, but yeah, they're not going to add all that stuff because it's technically just a Mii gunner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. This battle's gonna get red hot. Yeah. Oh, that would be so cool. That would be a nice little thing to throw in there. Wallop. when you win, when it just says wallop on the screen. Yeah. See, that's the problem, and that's sort of my problem with it, is that because it's not the actual character, you're not going to get that kind of customization. And I think that customization would be really fun. I think that would actually, the ready on the screen, and I think that would be fun. But you're not going to get that because it's just a Mii
your
costume.
ideas are intriguing. I wish to
Although
subscribe to your newsletter.
I do like this, giving indies their little chance to shine as premium Mii costumes.
Yeah. I like that they're even in there. You know what I mean? Elbow Saturn, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Welcome. So yeah, those were the costumes. The costumes were a welcome. They were a welcome palate cleanser to everything we had just watched up to that point. And then we got the other good announcement, which was very, very exciting. We knew there was going to be another fighter pass coming. We
knew there were more DLC characters.
Yeah,
they never said it was a pass.
We knew there were more DLC. It would have made sense. I think everybody, me personally, I was expecting a second fighter pass.
I think most of us were, but they never confirmed it.
Yeah, but I think they. I could swear I saw them call it Fighter Pass number 1 at some point, but that's probably just me imagining things.
Yeah, they just called it the Fighters Pass.
Yeah, so it was just the Fighters Pass. So they did announce that the next the next DLC is going to be in another Fighter Pass. They also announced that instead of 5 characters, because we didn't even know that it would be 5 characters.
No, he even said
6.
before they talked about it, he said he thought maybe 1 or 2 would survive.
Yeah, it's going to be 6. Now, again, one of the things that I think I heard, because I have a lot of voices up in here and they all say different things at different times. I thought I remembered hearing them say that the first 5 characters were pretty much picked already.
No, he said. What do you mean for the first pass?
From the first pass, I remember them
when
saying
when they announced the fighters pass and all, they said that the fighters were already picked.
They had them already picked. So I don't know that a lot of those characters might have come from that voting that we did.
You mean the Smash ballot?
Yeah,
before?
the Smash ballot. So
I'm not very convinced of that. I think most of the remaining ballot characters they were interested in were added in the base game, like K. Rool, Simon.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see if these next 6 fighters are more driven by the ballot.
I'm going to assume they're remaining characters from the list Sakurai was given by Nintendo.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, so I'm interested
barring 1 or 2 changes, say Bethesda wasn't on the list before, but they approached us like E3 last year that they're open to it now.
Okay, yeah.
So things could change, but I imagine most of it's going to be from the list.
So that's not too bad. So that's, hopefully we get some pretty interesting picks from there. I know that we're, just for the love of God, this is because what did they say? It's from 2020 to 2022.
And no, the end till everything is expected by December 2021.
By December 2021. There's not another Fire Emblem game coming out before then, is there?
No. I think Sakurai knows he's never allowed to add another Fire Emblem character.
And I know that they're aware of it. I know that with the whole joke about too many sword fighters, I know that they're aware that they were going to catch flack for that. But there's not another Fire Emblem game coming out. So unless they're going to release Donnell, don't put anybody else in from Fire Emblem. Truth be told, I don't want any more sword fighters.
You added Piranha Plant, you added Violet, and you added Incineroar. We do not need any more characters from the 3 franchises that had the most characters already. You're done.
We're done.
If you want to add Nintendo characters, they have to come from somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course that starts the discussion of who you would want, which I think. The funny thing is, because that always reignites the discussion of, okay, well, who do you want now? I want the same people that I wanted before because they didn't get in.
Someone on Game Explain's server that I'm in made a special image for me for that. If you want to put it on screen.
I don't have the easy ability to do that. We're poor here. I have all my images are preloaded.
I mean, I can just put it in the chat we're in, and you can just
if you want to go ahead and put it in the chat, that's totally fine.
There you go.
It's. Oh, there we go. So on Ryan's list here, we have Shantae, Travis Touchdown, Doom Guy, which just says Doom Slayer here, but I'm going to say Doom Guy.
That is his official title.
Yeah, well, Doom Guy is his name now.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's been appropriated by the internet. Crash Bandicoot, Saul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear, and Rayman, who I remember people saying that, oh, well, how will they put that
down an amiibo, and it's like the amiibo's not the important. The amiibo's not the important part here.
But what if the amiibo comes in pieces and you have to put it together yourself? Oh my God, that's going to be a new franchise of marketing, Amiibo Maker.
No, they tried to do that with the Starlink, was it?
Oh God, yeah, you would Starlink.
Isn't that what they tried to do for that? And it's like it didn't take off at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, it took off because they're planes, but. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta get my sound for ready. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a good list. I like it. Shantae is one that is a lot of people don't think that that's possible. I don't know why. I don't know why
they seem to
think it.
They think that because she's a spirit in the base game that automatically deconfirms her, and it's like. No, Lucas and Mewtwo were trophies in Smash 4, and they were still DLC characters. So,
yeah.
I think base game spirits are on the table. I think DLC spirits, like they just had the actual chain spirits today. It's like if they added spirits now, then they're obviously not going to be chosen for the Smash Pass.
I don't know. I'm still of the mind that Nintendo can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, no, they can do whatever the hell they want.
I mean?
If they wanted to add a Resident Evil character, they could.
Yeah, I still am of the mind that they can do whatever. I still, whenever we talk about Waluigi, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he is an assist trophy and all of that." And
The assist trophy is the only one I'm kind of on board with. They probably can't be.
See that, and that to me sets up. I don't know. I'm sure I've talked about it before with you. That sets up the perfect reveal for that character, which is Mario and Luigi beating up Wario, and then Wario uses an assist trophy and summons Waluigi, and so Waluigi fights with him, and then Waluigi goes to leave because the assist trophy's done. So then Wario asks him, basically like gestures to ask him to stay, and then he goes into his pocket and pulls out an invitation, and then it's like it's moving Waluigi up from an assist trophy to a character.
That'd definitely be funny. It's one of those. No one has been an assist trophy and then promoted, quote unquote, to a playable character within the same game. So until that changes, I'm going to assume that's the case.
Yeah. It's just
I'm not saying it can't. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it hasn't happened before, so I'm not going to assume it can.
I mean, I think the Smash community would lose their collective minds if that happened that way. Because everybody's got their picks. I want Master Chief. I really think Master Chief is going to happen. I would love Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins.
If Capcom gets another rep, it'll probably be Dante.
It's going to be Dante, which I've never been a huge Devil May Cry person, so that's it's there. I'm a very large supporter of the idea of putting Tifa into the game. That would
require Square to play nice.
Yeah, that is. But I mean, we already have Cloud. We already have.
We have Cloud, who doesn't even have any
music.
Unique. He doesn't have any unique music. He doesn't have any spirits, and
which is hilarious to me. Whenever things happen in fighting games or in video games, whenever things happen where they can't use, like the whole Sonic and Knuckles debacle, where you can't have Sonic and Knuckles because of this. Whenever it's always music. Whenever something can't happen in a video game, I would say like 9 out of 10 times it's like, there's a copyright problem with the music. Like, come on.
Chris, when you're saying heroes from Dragon Quest, which is Square Enix franchise, yes, and it probably still has the lowest amount of stuff added to it out of the 5 characters.
Yeah, I don't know, it frustrates me. Like, it's just music every damn time. It's just music. My picks: Shantae Rayman Tales, Crash and Spyro, Lilac from Freedom Planet. That's an interesting choice.
So you said Sora, Master Chief. Who else do you?
Sora, Master Chief. I would like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. That's a personal pick for me. Tifa.
Other two.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm open to free choices for the. I like Shantae. I like the idea of Shantae. I think Shantae's got a great moveset. There's a fantastic moveset there for her. Isaac from Golden Sun. I
would love him, but that's this trophy, so I'm going to assume he's off.
Yeah, so I think Isaac would be a great pick. Unfortunately, probably not going to happen. I would say Kraid from Metroid, but Kraid's too big.
Kraid is definitely too big.
I like poking the bear with the they're too big argument.
we could just go NES Kraid where he's like 10 pixels tall or something.
There you go. Just go for the small fake Kraid right before you fight the actual big one. Hunter from Monster Hunter would be interesting. That's always tough because you have different.
If they were gonna add a character for Monster Hunter, I feel they would have already because Rathalos is already in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'd be interested to see what kind of moveset. It's difficult with Monster Hunter because
there's no main character to draw from.
Well, not even just that there's no main character. I don't know if you're familiar with Monster Hunter. I started playing it
vaguely.
Yeah, I started playing it like a month ago, and I'm addicted to it. The way it works is that your weapons, you have 8 different kinds of weapons. You have 2 different kinds of spears, like 2 or 3 different kinds of spears, like there's a gun, lance, and stuff. You have dual daggers types things. There's 8 different base types of weapons. So there's a move set there, absolutely. It's easy to do, but it's at the same point it might be so many moves that it would be difficult to utilize them all.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting debate.
It's not a matter of can you make a moveset for them, because you can make a moveset for anyone.
I'm sorry, 14 weapons. You're right. I apologize for that. There's 14 different kinds of weapons in that game. Oh well, Sentinel 13. Nobody counts the battle horn.
Yeah. So my thing with Monster Hunter is it's not so much the moveset, because you can make a moveset for anyone. It's they don't have that one character they can kind of shove in.
Yeah.
To be that rep.
Yeah.
The star of the show is the monsters, and they have a monster in there already.
Well, it's see here. Okay, that's sort of there, and it's sort of not, because you have Animal Crossing, and you have the villager, and the villager is the same way. The villager doesn't have a base villager. You know, there's the guy on the cover of the box, but nobody makes that character. You know what I mean? Like everybody customizes their character so much that there's an argument there that, okay, well, one of the big things with Monster Hunter is that the armor sets are very unique looking. You know, when you see, if you're walking into a convention and you see a cosplayer with big gigantic armor with a bunch of horns on it, it's probably from Monster Hunter.
Yeah, here's the difference. So all the villagers are kind of their own thing. What armor sets do you choose? What classes?
Yeah,
do you choose? There's way too much.
That's
variance
always
in there. Like that's what I'm saying. There's no that one unifying character.
Yeah, that's always the argument. And again, that's the same problem. Without poking the bear here, that's the same problem you get into with Resident Evil. You know, when people talk about they want a Resident Evil rep, you know, who do you choose? You know, anybody you choose, you're going to piss off a lot of people who you don't choose. And if you decide to make it so that, because my idea was always that. They would have similar move sets, but it would be sort of like they did with Hero, where it's the same move set, but it's the eight different costumes are the different characters. You know, so because let's face it, you know, Resident Evil doesn't really have a lot of variety with what the characters are able to do. They use pistols and shotguns and grenade launchers, and you know they all kind of do that thing. So I think there would be an argument for. To have one base character and then 8 costumes of the different characters.
That'd be nice. My only issue is that Chris is way bigger than everyone else.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the fact that Chris is way bigger than Jill, who's way different physically than Leon?
Oh, well, that's. I don't think that's much of a problem, because you know we were happy to see Ridley. Obviously, Ridley was scaled down.
I'm talking about making them costumes because they're all different physically. You can't scale Jill up to be Chris's size.
I think you can.
So
I don't think.
How does that work for hitboxes?
Yeah, I don't think that would be too much of a. That's the. Well, no, I think if you make them all base human size, I don't think anybody's going to complain. I think that it's not like people are throwing a fit because Ridley's in the game and it's like, oh well, he's way smaller than he's supposed to be compared to Samus.
I'm speaking just purely as the making them all different costumes sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be weird having a game where they're all Resident Evil characters, but Chris is the same height as Jill, who has the same hitboxes as Leon, and
I don't know. I don't think
I feel that'd be a bit weird. But
I don't know. I think that people would be happy to see the characters. I don't think they're going to get into the minutia of why is this character this size? Excuse me, sir. Actually, Chris is 3 inches taller than Jill, so I don't appreciate them being the same character.
He's a little more than 3. He's a bit more than 3. He's a bit north of 3.
But you see what I mean? Like I don't think. Chris punched a boulder, for God's sake. Yeah. Someone says in chat.
I mean, it's irrelevant anyway because they're DLC spirits in this.
Yeah. They're probably out anyway. So that was the reveal. It was a rollicking romp through the Salt Flats. The internet has been all abuzz with anger. But that was yesterday, so I'm sure the internet's angry about something else today. Which they actually are, which is actually what we're going to talk about in our next topic. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for the Smash Brothers. Oof. But thank you, Ryan, for joining me for the Smash Brothers discussion.
Yep, thank you for having me. I will bow out and let you handle the rest of the show then.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to ramble more about this later. But thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay. Let me. I have to dual mic whenever I use Discord, so I can put that. Yeah. Yeah. Ho's not mad, just disappointed. Let me get back to my buttons here. All right.